This is Corrupted. This is Corrupted.
Corrupted Nation with Joe Cronin.
Starting to see a trend with these killers, murderers, and just psychopath assholes. Seems to be a common thread with these guys as society continues to embrace the non-masculine male because masculinity is bad. Masculinity is awful. We don't want manly guys. We want to tone that down and all that other stuff. And while I kind of agree with that a little bit, because I never was Mr. Tough Guy in school, there is a fine balance to be had because men are supposed to be protectors, have a good conscience, and have those building blocks to have authority and to feel empowered like men are. Now, I'm not saying that the football jock who tries to rape the fucking cheerleader is a good guy. That's clearly not the case. But masculinity has been talked about as being toxic masculinity now, and anything that's somewhat manly is a bad thing. But one of the things we're noticing about all these stupid shooter asshole idiots is that none of them are really that masculine. They're all nerdy-looking, wimpy, douchebag, creepo fucks. And that's basically the pattern here. Probably the toughest-looking guy of this whole entire bunch is that guy on the bottom right. Right? I guess because he's big, he's got big hands or something like that. But he's still a cowardly pussbag who probably, if he got punched in the face, would pee his pants and attempt to blow himself. I mean, down below, you know? But all these guys, really just dorko, scumbag, weirdo fucks. And that doesn't mean that all dorks are like this. It doesn't, because I'm kind of a dork. I feel like I'm kind of in middle ground here. But there are always these sniveling little disenfranchised weirdos with mental problems. A lot of mental issues going on. Now, the guy who's not on this list was that guy the other day who attempted to do this, and he got thwarted, thank goodness. That guy actually wasn't a white male for once, so that's nice. But it really doesn't matter. I don't believe it matters on what race, color, religion you are. It always leads back to mental illness, whether that's water, the chemicals in the water, the chemicals in the food. Because let's think about this. All this stuff has happened to us. Why is it happening in America more than anywhere else? Oh, because access of guns. But the AK-47 and several of these other weapons have been in existence since the 1970s, 1960s, 1940s. Why didn't we have these problems in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and even the 80s? Why didn't we really even have these problems as much in the 90s? We started to see some of this happen in the late 80s and in the 90s, but nothing like right now. What is the difference? And the difference is clearly us. And why are we different? Is it because we don't have enough dads? Is it because we don't have enough parents together? Is it because divorce? Is it because because my intro plays all over again a second time because I hit the wrong button? Is it because the chemicals in the food? Is it because the water? Is it because the prescription medications or lack of prescription medications? Is it because health insurance is bad and these guys can't get identified as severely mentally ill? Is it because tips and warning signs go unanswered? It's probably all of those things. Hell, half the food in America is banned in other countries because it's known to cause cancer or other problems. But yet in America, we just eat the fucking stuff. We don't care. So here you go, eat some chemical food, eat some shit, live on top of each other, live the most stressful lives in the world, have the most divorces, one of the largest divorce rates in the world, add all that stuff together and you get this. Now, a lot of people are trying to push video games right now, but there's 100 million other people playing video games all over the planet right now, and this isn't happening. They are playing video games like motherfuckers everywhere, and nobody is having shootings like in America. They play more video games in Asia, more violent shooter video games in Asia, and there's no shootings. And you could say, well, the difference is the access to guns. That's probably true. That is true. The access to guns in Asia, it's much tougher to get a gun in Asia, but also more parents stick together in Asia. The family unit is tighter in Asia than it is here. I mean, the family unit, like as a group, is together. They're not split up. I wasn't talking about the private parts of the parents, you sick fucks. But that's the bottom line, is there's all these things. Plus, the food is better in those countries as well. It's more natural. There's less preservatives in some of those countries. Now, not China, but again, they don't have access to guns. So maybe they're doing something else weird, like shitting in the salad at their local grocery store. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, something is different. Many things are different. So much can be said about what the hell's going on here. But one thing is true. All of these guys are cocksuckers who look like they butt pump each other if no one was looking. My name is Joe Cronin. This is Corrupted Nation. And if you don't subscribe, some bad shit's probably going to happen to you.
This is Corrupted. This is Corrupted.
Corrupted Nation with Joe Cronin.
Now click on all this other bullshit and watch more videos. And also subscribe, like I said a minute ago. God damn, I need a beer!